Jillian?
Continuing fallout over Brexit, now subsuming 10 Downing Street, forcing UK Prime Minister Theresa May to resign yesterday. It's effective June 7th. She's resigning under intense political pressure to free Britain from the EU. Former London Mayor Boris Johnson, a leading contender to take over as Prime Minister, says the UK will leave the EU on October 31st as planned. Deal or no deal? Joining us now is the director of the Heritage Foundation's Margaret Thatcher Center for Freedom, Nile Gardiner. Nile, thanks for taking time with us
pleasure,
on
Gillian.
This Memorial Day weekend. I want to run a clip for you of that very dramatic resignation speech in front of 10 Downing Street yesterday. For our viewers at home who haven't had a chance to hear it yet, take a listen.
I will shortly leave the job that it has been the honour of my life to hold. The second female Prime Minister, but certainly not the last. I do so with no ill will, but with enormous and enduring gratitude to have had the opportunity to serve the country I love.
Nile, what did you make of that?
Yeah, and a huge day for Great Britain with the announced resignation of the Prime Minister. I think that really this was the end game for Theresa May for several weeks, several months now. This is, a Prime Minister who really failed to deliver Brexit. She was growing increasingly unpopular within her own party, and the grassroots of the Conservative Party were deeply unhappy with her leadership. And at the end of the day, Theresa May was no Margaret Thatcher really as Prime Minister.
But do you think, sorry to interrupt, do you think, I mean, she failed to deliver, but do you believe she gave it her best effort?
I think her heart really wasn't fully in Brexit. After all, she voted against Brexit in the 2016 referendum. She was a Remainer who was entrusted with delivering Brexit, but she had multiple opportunities to actually deliver Brexit. She did not do so. She certainly veered away from the possibility of a no-deal Brexit on 2 occasions, and she made concession after concession to the European Union, and she gave in really to the bullying of the EU. We need a Prime Minister who can stand up to the European Union, who can defend British interests and fight for Brexit, and basically Theresa May was simply unable to do that.
So looking at the array of candidates that exist now, there's quite a few foreign secretaries, current Foreign Secretary Jeremy Hunt. First of all, who's your pick? Second of all, who do you think is going to pull through the finish line?
Well, I think that the clear front-runner, without a doubt, is Boris Johnson. I've met Boris Johnson several times. He is a very strong leader. He's a real Brexiteer. He's someone who absolutely believes in Brexit. And I think he would be the most popular choice among the Conservative grassroots of the Conservative Party, although this is going to be a very, very tight race. You could have 15 candidates actually standing for this. But Boris Johnson is someone who has tremendous experience on the world stage as a former Foreign Secretary. He was also Mayor of London twice.
But does he have a better chance of getting a deal done than Prime Minister May? I mean, the landscape's certainly not changing. The EU's position on this is not changing. How do you rank his chances stacked up against hers?
Well, I think that Boris Johnson is going to seek, or whoever wins the contest will seek a renegotiation of the EU withdrawal agreement. The EU is already saying that they are not willing to negotiate, and hence then the only option for the new Prime Minister will be to go down the path of a no-deal Brexit, which I think would be by far the best option. The most important thing is for the next Prime Minister to deliver Brexit, to deliver the will of the British people, and to fully establish Britain as a free, sovereign nation. That is the task that faces the next Prime Minister, something that Theresa May could not do.
Could not do. Well, we got to leave it there, but we'll bring you back soon to further unpack this. Thanks,
Many
Niall.
thanks.
Leland?